So I was perusing the internet as one does, and I saw somebody who said that they shrink their cord, especially when they're doing a wrap with a heat gun. I was like, wow, does that really work? People were questioning it. He's like, oh yeah, it works great. I use it on my steering wheel wraps as well as when I make whips and everything else. So, you know what? Let's test it out and see. Stay tuned. Okay, so what we have here, first what we're gonna do is I got this piece of cord here. This is Paracord Planet Orange. It's what I use, not this color, but I use Paracord Planet to wrap my steering wheel. And this piece comes out to if I tighten it up, 24 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece and we are going to actually see if we can shrink it up with a heat gun, or will it melt it? So let's go ahead, get it set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have this set up here, kind of tight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 1500 watt dual temperature heat gun. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the lowest setting, run it back and forth for a few minutes, and we'll see. Now this one does take a little bit to get warm up, but it's warm now, and I'm just going to run it back and forth. So I ran it back and forth. The cord's not even hot or warm. So let me stop it and measure and see what happens. No change. So now let's run it on a higher temperature and see what happens. The cord is definitely feeling warmer, but it is not hot like when I put it in boiling water. So it's definitely warm. Not so hot to the touch that it burns you, but it is warm. So pull it out once again to 24 inches. And it did actually shrink by about 1/8 of an inch. So if you had it on tight and ran this, it may actually do it. Now what we're going to do, just to take it to the obscene measure, is we are going to hold this in place and see if it would melt it or what happens. So I'm just going to hold it in place. And if you look, you can see it is starting to melt it. You can see where it's starting getting hard. And that is very hot to the touch. And you can see it even looks like it kind of burnt it a little bit. See what the size is. Now the other thing is though, it also kind of distorted it a little bit. It's very hard now. It's like it melted the nylon inside, or the nylon polyester mix. But you can see, even stretched out, it was at 24 inches originally. Now it's down to 23 and a half. So it does work, but it looks like it'll also distort permanently the paracord. Because now, as you can see, that piece does not want to bend. So the next question is, how will this work if you wrap a steering wheel? So stay tuned. Okay, so I've simulated a small section of steering wheel wrap. This is a PVC pipe. It can handle some high heat. I figured that's about as close as I'm going to get. I'm not going to do my actual steering wheel. I know a lot of steering wheels are softer, so you're going to have to take that into consideration. But we're going to go ahead, put this on high heat, and let's see how it reacts. So you can see I didn't do that for very long. Okay, this PVC, extremely hot. So you may have to worry about your steering wheel getting a little mushy. This paracord is very hot, but I will say it's definitely a lot tighter. But you can also see where it started to burn itself into the PVC. So does this work? Yes. The person isn't wrong. Would I do it? No. I think you run too much of a risk in jacking up your steering wheel, and that's not something you want to have to replace. So I'm going to say this is a tentative. Technically it will work. Would I do it? No. Well, that's it for this week. Until next time, keep paracording. Later.